Breaking news! LEGO has just posted the full trailer for Dragons Rising Season 2 on their YouTube channel. And let me tell you, it looks absolutely awesome. Everything we've seen from Dragons Rising Season 2 so far has been insanely promising. And this trailer is no exception. So today I want to make a video kind of compiling my thoughts on the trailer, the marketing for Season 2 as a whole, and the sentiment around it. So without further ado, let's get right into the trailer. This trailer starts us out with basically a retread of that social media ninja thing from the other month. I'm not going to go into detail analysing this because I really don't feel a need to. I feel like people have picked these apart to death at this point, so all I'm going to say is that all of the streams on screen here have 0 viewers. After this, we see what looks like a podcaster or a YouTuber or something, talking about how the ninja have returned and speculating as to where the others are. Get a load of this guy, putting time into making YouTube videos about the ninja. Could not be me. Anyways, whilst he's talking, we see a bunch of clips of the ninja just doing stuff. Messing around in the monastery, fighting villains, Lloyd looking at the picture of Wu, just kind of doing the things you'd expect a ninja to be doing at the start of a season. That is until Lloyd starts having visions. The first of which we see fully confirms that these visions are tied to the Source Dragons. And not only that, but they are actively talking to Lloyd, as opposed to just showing him things. In this clip, we hear the voice of the Fire Source Dragon for the first time. Or what I assume is the Fire Source Dragon based on the title card. She sounds awesome, I'm really excited to hear more of her, but she says this.
We shall start him on the path, but the journey has to be his own.
This line is cryptic, it's weird, I love it. A great way to foreshadow the upcoming journey this season's gonna be about. After this, Lloyd is blasted by the Fire Source Dragon and the visions begin. After this, a bunch of different stuff is flashed up on the screen, showing how many visions Lloyd is having. The first thing we see is this shot of Lloyd standing in the void with the blood moon above him. Now, during this montage of clips, we see this shot 3 separate times. Presumably, it's the trailer trying to communicate how the blood moon ties all of these different plot elements together. But for the sake of brevity, I'm just going to show it this one time because the other times it's shown, it's literally just the same thing. If I were to run a guess as to the context of this shot, I assume it takes place in the vision we see at the first teaser trailer of the season. After this, we see a frame of Cinder powering up from that original teaser trailer, nothing too special or new here. After that, we see a shot of Lloyd with 7 dragons floating around his head. This kind of reminds me of something you'd see in like Looney Tunes or something. I think this is really funny. But goofy implications of the scene aside, there are 7 dragons here. Meaning I can only assume these are supposed to be the Source Dragons, as there are 7 of them. Super interesting stuff here. After this, we get a look at the Land of Lost Things. Cole is noticeably not here. I assume he's back with the ninja team at this point. But what is interesting to me is that Wolf Warrior hand on front of the screen, along with the big scary blood red sword. Sorry to say it, it looks like these guys are getting invaded. I think it'd be really cool if we had a scene where Cole just absolutely loses it and goes crazy on the Wolf Warriors over this. Would be a great opportunity to bring back the stone golem form. After this, we get our first look at Egalt the Master Dragon, whose hat is off, revealing that he is in fact bald, just like Wu. I wonder if there's a connection there. After this, we have this really weird and abstract shot of Sora getting blasted by lightning in a black void. That scene looks very similar to the title card for the first season of Dragons Rising, which is really interesting to me. Maybe Sora's stuck in the intro or something. Now, but joking aside, I assume this is a vision of Lloyd being worried that his students are going to get hurt. This shot is abstract enough to where I really don't see any other outcome being the case. After that, we have another look at the Wolf Warriors in the Land of Lost Things, fully cementing that it is getting invaded by the Wolf Clan. After this, we have that shot of the Wolf Clan pulling out their claws that we saw in the first teaser trailer for the season. A shot of a Wolf Warrior sword being held up to a Cloud Kingdom monk. These guys just seem to be spreading out and invading all of the realms. Maybe Raz is invading the Cloud Kingdom because they have some kind of forbidden knowledge he needs to resurrect the Forbidden Five or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. After that, we probably get the most interesting shot of the entire trailer for me. Lloyd being stuck in a dark void with a giant version of Season 1 Raz and Master Wu towering over him. For one, I imagine at this point, Lloyd hasn't really gotten a good look at Raz. So obviously he's going to look like how he did in Season 1 as opposed to his new Season 2 design in his head. But also, if I were to run a guess as to what this shot is meant to be, it's supposed to be representing his 2 greatest fears. His fear of what Lord Raz is going to do, and his fear of not living up to Master Wu. Also, Wu's got the sideburns back, let's go! In a lot of the flashback scenes in Season 1, minus the Child Lloyd flashback because his lack of sideburns makes sense there, Wu was missing the sideburns surrounding his beard, which made his whole design look just kind of naked to me. This shot here confirms that that was an animation error though, and Wu is back to his regular Wild Brain error look. Really happy to see that. Lloyd screams about the impending blood moon, and then we cut to Lord Raz. Whilst we hear a Cloud Kingdom monk narrating how Raz wants to resurrect the Forbidden Five using the blood moon, Raz is handed the Gong of Shattering by Cinder, and then Cinder's Shatter Spin powers activate. Something worthy of note here is look at how Jordana is looking at Cinder. She absolutely hates this guy. Now, I think Jordana hates Cinder because he's just stronger than her. Jordana's whole motivation is that she's tired of being looked over by everyone. She wants to prove herself. So when Raz takes her away on this massive Shadow Dojo quest with the promise of doing that, only for her to be overshadowed by this insanely powerful elemental master, yeah, I can honestly see why that would make her angry. After this, we are introduced to the forgotten, corrupted fighting technique Shatter Spin, as we watch Cinder completely demolish the ninja with it. Wildfire definitely got it worst in this fight though. The animation here is so good, by the way, like, oh my god. Wildfire gets absolutely demolished here. I kind of already hate Cinder, not in the sense that he's a bad character or anything, but in the way that this trailer has already done a great job at making me not like Cinder, by making me watch as he beats the tar out of all of my favorite new characters. What I find cool about that though, is it's not just like the usual sense that the ninja get beaten up, like the animation here is visceral. The choreography and the movement, more than ever, really give you the sense that what Cinder is doing hurts, and I think that's dope. After this, we get a look at Cole back with the ninja at the monastery, declaring that it's time for them to go on a quest. I assume whilst Cole is at the monastery is when the invasion on the Land of Lost Things is going to happen. After this, we get some closer looks at Egalt, who looks amazing in the show. Like, his design here is so good. And then we see him overlook the ninja training their spinjitzu. I think it's really cool how he flies above the training course whilst they do this. This is just such an awesome shot. Seeing Ryu trying to do the training course in the same way the humans are is so cute. After this, we get a great little heart-to-heart with Sora and Arin, who both seem to be struggling with their skill level at the minute. I've seen some people complaining about this plot, saying that the original ninja learned all this way quicker than Arin and Sora are and wondering why it's taking so long for them. But I think that's kind of great. The reason the original ninja learned so quick is that the original show was set to end in 2 seasons. So as a result, a lot of their training had to be kind of rushed over. Now that Dragons Rising has plenty of time to slowly flesh out this story though, it's taking the time to, you know, do that. And I think that's great. But yeah, seeing our 2 lead characters struggling with the same insecurity and bonding over that is great. I really liked Arin and Sora in that first season, and they seem to be only getting better in this second one. We then get a shot of Sora using her elemental powers to assemble Kai's climber mech, and interestingly, Wildfire's leg is broken. Last week, I speculated that Wildfire would be injured in this season, explaining why she wasn't coming on the Egalt quest. And it looks like I was kind of right. She was injured, but she's still coming on that quest. After this, we get this awesome shot of the ninja using elemental grappling hooks to swing around in this giant forest. After this, we see the ninja fighting Egalt. One of 2 things is happening here. The first possibility is that the ninja and Egalt are at odds with each other for whatever reason and are fighting over. The second reason is that they could just be training here. Think like that iconic fight scene between Wu and the ninja from the first episode of season 11. As these scenes play, we hear Lord Raz say, "No matter where they go, we will follow," in this really soft and low beat, yet all the same menacing voice. The voice acting on Lord Raz continues to be absolutely goated. After this, we see a shot of Cole powering up as Golem form, and then a shot of Euphrasia fighting off Wolf Warriors. We get a little moment of Ryu fighting off Wolf Warriors in the Cloud Kingdom. After this, we're shown a shot of Kai piloting his climber mech, and then we get another look at the invasion of the Land of Lost Things. After this, we see a shot of what looks like the ninja retreating after having lost the fight against Raz in Cloud Kingdom, while Sora has to carry Wildfire because of her leg injury. We then see Bonzel getting kidnapped from the Land of Lost Things. As for why Raz would want her out of any one of the finders, I have no idea. Perhaps there's more to her we don't know about yet. We then see an incredibly ominous shot of the Source Dragon in front of the Blood Moon, Lloyd fights Cinder, and then the trailer ends. Overall, this was an incredibly cool trailer that sets up a bunch of cool stuff for Season 2 of Dragons Rising. I'm particularly excited to hear more about Raz and the Source Dragons and Egalt, but everything in this trailer has me incredibly excited. Something quite notable is that the fight choreography in this trailer was spectacular. This was an awesome trailer. I am super excited for Season 2. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much to my channel members for supporting the channel. And as always, hopefully, I will see you in a future video. Goodbye for now.